Hi everyone, I am your friend, host, and DM for this venture. I am inexplicably a dog featured in a charming coming to life story. I am picked up at the pound as a puppy, and I slowly teach the family the meaning of life.
Are you Air Bud?
That's it. No, I don't do anything special.
Oh, okay.
Um, I don't even
So,
ruin anything. I'm not even strategically mischievously cute. I am an absurdly average dog. When last we left off, the party had made their final encounter and final battle with Belcors, the beholder entrusted with the protection of the skull chalice of Chigakuri and Chigakuri himself. After a brilliant move on Jet's part for blinding and incapacitating Belcors the Beholder, which is a creature made entirely out of eyes, the party quickly won, and they found themselves in possession of the skull chalice of Chigakuri, a giant, heavy, blood covered key, and level 12. We find
mm,
now from communicating with loved ones. What's up?
You cut
I
out
cut
there
out.
for a second. Yeah.
like roboted for a second specifically.
You're still here though. It
Where,
was just
what,
there was
Yeah, it
something
was
about
what part did I cut out?
communicating with loved ones was part of it.
Oh. We find them now on the fourth floor, separated from communicating with their loved ones, and the only safe spot they know of in the tomb. Here, the dusty floor is blanketed in bones of Omuans who had given up a last fight, and a strange room at the bottom of the stairs, covered with gargoyles and pedestals of some kind. In this floor, they hope to encounter Unk and Shigambi, the last two of the nine gods they need to encounter, and Withers, the caretaker who has been violently refusing their hopes at short rests in the throne room.
All right, should we get a layout of the floor and then figure out where we're going to go from there? Okay. Um oops. Uh Devoneth will high dragon bait. Peek around this corner.
Right. Which direction are you looking?
To the left to see what's down that hallway.
Is your cursor moving? Can you? I don't know which way's
Oh,
left.
sorry. Left. Here. Hold on. I'll get the ruler. Here.
Thank you. One second. I'm gonna restart Foundry because it's not showing your cursor at all for me.
Okay.
Oh, are you looking up or down?
Down.
Got it.
Sorry, when
So,
I said left, I meant Dubonet's left because she had just walked forward.
right. That's what I assumed, but I don't know what that would look like. I don't have spatial awareness. So, Duvanith, as you peer down the corridor, you see more evidence of battle. Uh, just kind of getting a quick glimpse. This looks like a position that the engineers must have held. There's scorch marks, and most of the wall is dilapidated with about human sized holes having been made. And you see it uh, feeds into another tunnel. So it's like at a intersection.
Okay, T intersection down this way. Does the wall look unstable? Like it would collapse in?
It, uh, again, just a kind of rudimentary. It does not.
Do we want to see what's in the other fairly easy to peer down hallways before we make any decisions?
Might as well.
Right. I look down this hallway.
All right. Peering down that hallway, you see that about halfway down, it feeds off into a corridor. And at the very end of it, you see a large stone door looming with no handles or hinges, and jutting out from either side of it are two bronze sculptures of some kind. And you can see distantly there's a etched banner of writing at the top of it, and there appears to be religious or royalty iconography, but you're a little bit too far away to make out the specific details.
So maybe an entrance to the throne room there. Do we want to check the last hallway down the stairs before we make any decisions or explore any of these any further?
Phil gives a might as well kind of shrug.
Okay. Um, we'll go ahead and walk down. Here down this.
All right. So, what you see as you make your way into that room, you can see that this area is suspiciously clear of bodies while dust has been picked up. Most of the skeletons have been moved into piles or presumably shoved down the corridor or misplaced. Uh, and you can see that on each of the pedestals, there are coin slots with outlines in corresponding colors. So copper, silver, platinum, gold, that sort of thing. And peering down that length of hallway, you see a typical, very familiar looking green devil face, but there's something reflecting in the mouth.
All right, that's not ominous at all.
What you see, it's a bit too far away from me.
Say something reflective in that devil face again, but something reflective in the mouth. I think that shores up that our throne room entrance is probably that large archway. I didn't see any doorknobs though.
Maybe it's magical.
Perhaps. I mean, this begs the next question, and she'll like lower her voice. Do we just want to get the Withers thing done with? It might disable some traps, or potentially, you know, give us the peace of mind to be able to actually get a little bit of rest in, and kind of as fresh as we will be before, moving on to Unk and Shigambi, because we haven't had a tomb yet that hasn't had some sort of potential to harm us.
That's a good point. When Koshak is finished looking around the room, looking around the space, we should probably discuss that further, because that is a good point.
Yeah. Fish, with regards to the center of this chamber that we're standing in, is that a obelisk that comes up or a pit that goes down? The lines indicate elevation, but I'm just not sure in which direction. Yes. Yeah,
Oh, it's a pit, she said last time.
okay.
Well, let me double check.
Hmm.
Yeah, it is a dark shaft that goes down.
Great. So I'm guessing that that is our unreturnable entrance to the next level.
Yeah, by the
Yeah.
looks of it.
And she sort of wrinkles her nose, and there's the four-armed gargoyles, right?
Yep.
I think this they might ferry us down, but we have to get the corresponding tokens or something.
Maybe it's another hunt and find kind of situation, like the last level.
Yeah, they've been seeming as though they're getting more like that the further we go down.
Mm-hmm.
Right, give me a second, Koshak, to. Koshak, you find yourselves reconvened with the group after taking a brief moment to do light reconnaissance work with Dragonbait. You, you didn't do any reconnaissance. Dragonbait seemed more concerned with making sure that you were all right, and once you did some breathing exercises, he kind of released you with a pat on the back to rejoin your friends.
Hoshak believes in friendship again.
You alright, Koshak?
Hmm? Oh, uh, yes. Well, it's alright as one can be in this place.
Yeah. Yeah. Wish you said you could used to it.
So, Cole, we have one hallway with a devil face with something reflective in the mouth. We have one hallway with what looks like the entrance to the throne room that Withers was talking about, and one sort of tighter hallway that goes into a T intersection. We're thinking about maybe just heading to the throne room and getting the Withers thing done.
I think that would be a good idea, actually. Get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Also,
So,
the door we think is the
Agreed.
throne room doesn't have doorknobs, so that'll be a thing.
Maybe it's a push door. We didn't consider that.
Or maybe it's a slide door. We have slid doors like that before. Has anybody?
It's
Yeah,
true.
he does. Hmm. So
Well, I
if
mean,
this
he's
is,
going to see us either way, so if he was behind that door and we had to see him, I don't think we'd be losing much of anything.
yeah, I mean, he knows we're coming, and so
And he seems to know where we're at in the tomb at any given time.
mhm, for the most part, I think I have some good practice fighting mages now. Well, magic things.
So,
But
the door?
Let's go take a closer look.
Yeah, that was actually going to be in the next question, whether or not anybody actually went to look at the door.
No, we didn't. Yeah, we just wanted to recon our options.
In beans, dude.
We should probably check that hallway before we walk past it, just in case something's there to jump out at us.
Mm-hmm. Well, marching order.
Lead the way, Duvanith. You seem to be best suited
As
for
you
that.
peer down, you see that after 10 feet, the corridor melts into a steep staircase where a treasure chest waits.
Tonight, I'll be eating fried avocado tacos.
That's bait.
Doesn't like fairy roads. Quotes it.
It's a good it's a good line. It's an
It is a
excellent
very
line.
good line.
I don't have the best feeling about that. It's
It reminds
not.
me of the golden skull situation on the last floor.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, does there look like there's a room beyond Fish? Which I asked because my
The
my vision can kind of see the hallway flare out.
yes, there is a room beyond, but it is incredibly dark.
Looks like there's a space behind it, but I can't really see anything inside of it. Something tells me stepping over it probably also wouldn't end well for us.
Koshak, you have an eye for these things. Does it look like the space is strapped at all?
Kojak is going to. He's not gonna take us. He's not gonna walk down the stairs, but he's gonna like go to the edge and look.
Peering down at the staircase, seeing the just seemingly very Sorkostian treasure chest just waiting at the bottom of the staircase. There are no practical indicators of a trap, but the pursuit of greed and wealth is a trap on its own.
The real trap is capitalism.
Precisely.
I mean, that is an option because I'm not seeing any, traditional indicators that it is a trap.
Does it look like it has
How
a lock
heavy
on
can
it?
things be? Does it have a lock on it?
Unfortunately, you're not able to see from so far above.
Fair enough. I can't even see whether or not it has one.
Well, let's take a look at this door. Not get distracted by the chest. That's probably meant to distract us.
Yeah.
Devoneth will
I
go
am curious
ahead.
about the room, but maybe we should continue.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I'm interested too, but I also don't want to step into any spaces that will tire us out before we have to deal with withers.
Defeat withers in hand-to-hand combat.
Or, tell him his family loved him. She'll step forward. And moving no more than half my speed, she's going to go ahead and check the door over for traps.
Make an investigation roll.
Is there anything special about that investigation? 17.
Okay. I do love how Divana's build went out, that you get this super cool like free investigation thing, but you only have a +1. Like, I'm really good at doing this mediocrely.
But Fish, I'm a rogue. So shouldn't it be hand? I'm done.
Okay, just give me 1 second to regain my bearings. So, peering it over Duaneth and kind of studying it with a good eye, the stone that the door is made out of is older than 300 years. It's kind of yellowing. The stone was definitely imported and kind of waterlogged. It wasn't meant for the constant weather fluctuations that happened. Give me 1 second. You, out of the bronze ornaments, which now you see appear to be feathered snake heads with gaping mouths and razor sharp fangs. You can smell acrid blood, decomposition, and that's about it. It doesn't appear to be trapped in any notable way. Now, the stone door is more or less simple, except for the banner at the top of it, which is above a skull set into the door with three rays jutting out from behind it. And the banner reads, offer a little bit of the divine to me.
Giovanni?
What language is it in?
It is in common.
So it says offer a little bit of the divine to me, and it's got these snakes that smell kind of like the rest of this place, honestly. And the doors don't have any discernible hinges, I'm assuming.
None at all. It was pretty masterfully set into the wall perfectly.
Dumanif is just going to say, we can try pushing it, but I mean, just like Majbanari told us, it's probably run on magic, not mechanics, and it's Amu and blood magic. It's just what qualifies as the divine.
I mean, well, you can summon like celestials and stuff. Well, if we, oh no, that's kind of mean.
Or maybe by virtue of being a cleric, whatever he's divine? Question mark.
You are the champion of Mishra, though. I mean, if anyone's divine, it's gonna be you. Oh, that was my entire thought process, dude. I have no idea.
Kate says you're muted, Mark.
I know I'm fixing that now. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Okay. Well,
1,
I
2,
mean,
there we go.
if you smell the snake heads, they kind of have a blood body like smell to them. Perhaps that's the receptacle for the divine blood to open the door. That's my thought. Duvanov will peer into one of the mouths of the snakes to see.
As you approach, getting within maybe 5 inches of it, the serpent's head animates, still bronze, but it kind of nips at you.
Okay, all right, okay. So they bite. So we should probably be really sure about what we're gonna do.
That's a good point.
Well, do you want
I
me
put my
to
arm into
see
the
if...
last mouth.
Do you want me to see if maybe they would be poisonous?
I mean, if you want, I'm going to imagine that they probably are.
Well, then I'd be the person to check.
That's true. Oh, hi.
Kojak walks forward. Boop, boop. And holds out his left arm in front of the mouth.
Right. Can you describe to me how you're presenting your arm?
He pulls back, like properly folds back the sleeve of his arm and holds it out with the like palm facing upwards.
Yes. All right. As you present your arm, the serpent head animates, still bronze, but there's this eerie, lifelike quality to it as it presses its disturbingly cold snout into your skin, then rears back in a manner that you're exquisitely familiar with. It has scented you, and it lurches forward, capturing your wrist in its jaw, and its fangs pierce into the vein that runs through your arm, and you are going to take 5 piercing damage as it starts to suck your blood.
A worm?
Uh, what
Is it
vibes are
poisonous?
Koshak given about this?
No, but it is sucking my blood for sure.
Oh, do you want me to make it stop?
Well, I'm not getting dizzy yet. I'll give it a few seconds, and then I will see if I can pull back.
All right.
And after a few seconds, he does so, or tries to do so.
All right. When you pull your hand back, it goes willing. It departs willingly, and it'll solidify back into its original position. Your blood still kind of collecting in its mouth.
Ooh.
Okay. He would have held his arm there for probably about a turn round, 6 seconds.
Yeah. It took about a pint of blood. You should be fine. You've lost more blood tripping in the jungle.
I was gonna say, lost more blood falling off the Terra folks' nest. He presses the bottom of his tunic into where the snake bit, and has anything changed with the door?
It has not.
Well, it's not poisonous, but it will take your blood. So
Do we think
I've
we need?
offered I've offered my bit.
Do we think we need to do both of them at the same time, or is it just one?
Uh, it's worth a shot. If it's taking blood, I'm the probably the hardier one in the group. Should I do it?
But is it asking for the blood of the divine, or just blood?
The blood of the divine is what the.
So then, I should
Cole kind of
try.
yes, that's
Uh, uh,
What does Cole do?
oh, Cole was just gonna say, I don't know if I'm technically divine. I'm more a moon by association.
uh, I mean, Upteo lets me do cool radiant stuff when.
If you wish to try, you can. I have problems with
Oh,
saying.
I just don't want to drain our cleric, is all.
I still
All right. So like gives him a pat. Just don't overdo yourself.
see. Jet will walk up and walk in between them. Fix his robes. That way are available. And he'll extend both of his out to things.
The left head doesn't animate, but the right one does, repeating the same process as the other head. It very gently scents Jet's wrist and more kisses his wrist as it sinks its cold bronze fangs into his vein and starts to suck his blood.
Blah blah blah.
Happens.
Is anything changing with the door?
Nothing is changing with the door. The blood is collecting in the mouth of the serpent.
Soul, maybe you need to get on the other one.
Didn't look like it animated.
I was gonna say Jet's like
from
lifting his
before.
left arm.
Soul will, regardless, come over and sort of like wave his hand in front of the door, in front of the snake mouth.
Which one? There's a left and a right one. The right
The
one is
left one.
occupied. Nothing
Well-
happens.
Yeah, I think Koshok handled that one.
6
What-
seconds have passed, Jet.
Okay. Did I take any damage?
Oh, yes, you do take 5 piercing
Okay,
damage.
that's what I was waiting on. I was like, Jet's going to wait the same amount of time Cole did, and back.
You pull the hand back from the serpent, and when you make just the slightest motion, it lifts its head away and goes back into position.
They were sanitized last.
6 seconds go by, and then there's a mechanical click from both of the heads and a sound like a hose or a tunnel being drained. And for an agonizing 6 seconds, there is the atrocious sound of slurping,
Ooh.
and it echoes in the tunnels in a way that only magnifies the wetness of the sound. Then
Don't love that.
Hate that.
Don't love that.
Disgusting.
the door opens, grinding upwards towards the ceiling. And what you see is a vaulted chamber featuring a 10-foot deep sunken floor surrounded by ledges without railings. The ground on the floor is made out of tossed up dry soil, and it looks as if something large, gargantuan almost, has been dug out of it. Along the ledges, there are painted wooden statues of snake-headed humanoid warriors, each wearing a grass skirt and clutching a spear. There's a throne, lashed together with bone and stripes of skin, some of the skin bearing faded tattoos. A fearsome horned skull surmounts the throne, and the skull takes up the wingspan of Solidago, and small skulls, big enough to fit in your palm, are kind of piled in displays around the throne. The seat of the throne appears to be made out of stretched skin and has a metal scepter resting on it, as if someone forgot about it while rushing up to grab something. And the 4 pillars upholding the room appear to have a spell of some sort cast on them, and there's a hazy light filling the room. And 3 bodies of some sorts are littered into the corners, gruesome creatures that might have been human once, and withers. hiding behind the throne, kind of peeking out around it. There appear to be paintings in the far back of the room, and you recognize a little bit of yourselves in them.
That's not disconcerting at all.
What's behind the throne?
Uh, Along the walls in 4 panels are paintings where you're not able to make out details quite yet, but you are able to discern some resemblance to yourselves.
Ooh,
Mm.
yucky.
Whoa.
Uh,
Duvanith. Pepzotl has something he would like to say.
She'll sort of um, her arm going back to draw an arrow will sort of go down and say, "I'm guessing it didn't always look like this."
No. There's a brief silence, and you can feel him struggle for words, and then he says, "When we were killed, several questions were left open to us, one of which was what happened to Karagos, Kushkal Nepertak's champion. He's mounted on the throne, and so appear to be the warriors and children of Omu." And he doesn't go silent. He goes quiet, but his presence is still kind of thrumming from around your neck. And as he makes that revelation, the three of you, save for Jet, are able to feel the thrum of activity. All of your gods are very present and in the moment.
Moa, are you okay?
yeah, Wongo.
Noah speaks first, having the cadence and grace to answer, "No, Koshak, I am blown aside by the display here." Wango Solodago is dead silent. Obalaka, however, is talking. She seems to be just kind of focusing on the architecture, um, stating that the pillars are a safety hazard. She is compartmentalizing.
Yeah.
Also, how are Ijin and Kupazan?
Cupizon is uh, his voice is very withdrawn, but he's offering some amount of he's struggling to find comforting words. He's expounding on Karagos's bravery, the bravery of the warriors there, and leaving other things to be said. Ijin is formulating a plan for attacking Asirak. He thinks that you should just start throwing things.
Just eat it.
Yeet.
Do we want to step into the room?
Did Omu have a halfling population?
No, they did not.
Oh. Oh. Uh, the temperature in the room around Seoul raises several degrees.
It took me a second. I was like, well, maybe dwarf, and then I was like, oh.
Step into the room.
As you step in, the door behind you closes. Fully
That's fine.
illuminated and fully able to take in the sort of breadths of these surroundings, the paintings become more clear to you. On the far most right panel, you see Koshak kneeling in the Kirsabal plateau where he made a garden. And he appears to be in conversation with one of the Arakakra. There's a deep feeling of familiarity and acceptance, a yellow ribbon braided throughout his hair. The next panel features Duvaneth, mid dance with a woman whose features are obscured, but it doesn't take much to uh, identify a slim silhouette. The next panel features what appears to be a golden form kneeling in a vastly detailed mosaic floor, Solidago in prayer. And then we see Jet kneeling against a dungeon wall, clutching the amulet to Mistra, and a winged snake kind of gathered around his neck and watching him with interest.
Well, these are flattering.
Pick up much of an art hobby, Withers?
Formally addressed, he will step around the throne and kind of step onto the soft soil. It's a little bit of a drop. He doesn't have the strange black skull amulet chained around his torso, but he does have a spell book, a longsword, and a wand kind of clutched between his two hands. His mask is off, his grim, gaunt, undead face bared to all of you, and he says, "No, I was not an artist. Sirac commissioned things to memorialize events that happened in the dungeon. I came here to abandon them of the recourse." As Sirac would visit and look, and I did not want to bring that shame or that knowledge for him.
Quick question.
Yes.
Oh, quick question. Is this a how high up are we? Because I think these are two different levels, right?
Uh,
Or is it just two? Or is it just the floors differently?
okay, so the ledge you're on is about 5 feet above the floor.
Okay.
The floor where Withers is like soil. And not 5 feet, but I mean, it is, for mechanics, it's more like 2 feet, but you get what I
Yeah, yeah,
mean.
yeah. I just wanted to know if I could spread out because being a wand and us being fucking close. Um, that was going to slowly just cross like
I suppose our final confrontation is being held here, which is fitting. I made this room absent in my investigations and let it go unseen by my eyes. And he'll turn a gesture to the left side of him, uh, past that statue. I left the door open to the last queen's tomb open. It was disturbed by Belcours, but a benefactor has returned her resting spot.
Why did you do it?
I
And
would
so, like, gestures to the dungeon.
freely admit my plan in designing this. I took immense pride in my architectural uh, integrities. When Sirak approached me, I was one of many of Thirotay's lead architects. I worked on the Hanging Gardens. I designed the beautiful mouths that poured out water, a mineral sourced from a mountain, filtered through charcoal. I was, however, a slave with children who wanted to know why I wasn't allowed the freedom they were. Uh, So, of course, I jumped on the chance for liberation. I was promised a grand and beautiful freedom where we were no longer processed as slaves and my children would be free. And then I was turned into a white, and I have been here for 100 years. This, and he'll jerk his head towards the throne, still unable to see it, and he'll say, I had no recourse in that. That was done past any chance I might have had at stopping it.
And
That's all. I don't have anything to say in my defense.
You don't have to say anything in your defense, but what's further below?
He seems pleased by that. There's a very distinct air. He says, that was not actually designed by me. That was designed by an engineer on one of the traps here. You'll soon come to recognize his body. It's a underground ocean, veritably a lake of water heated by the volcano that runs through here, mounted with floating gears. It configures and modulates different rooms and access areas. There's also our portal to. I don't know your word for it. It is hot, and Shigakuri went there.
The hells.
The hell?
Yes. You would be pleased to know that there's some royal family and a mirror on this level.
A mirror?
Yes. No, I don't put mirrors in mouths.
Yet feeling the silence, tension. Silently on mission.
All right. How do you do that? You definitely won't be able to do it quietly. You can do it under your breath, but there's definitely a vocal
movement.
component.
Yeah.
It is also a very vibrant spell. It is going to summon a visual aspect that Withers will identify.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was something that. Well, actually, I never asked the question. Jet will just grab onto his holy symbol, and just look at Withers, knowing like never asked for any of this, so I guess some kind of sympathy. But we'll start praying in his in inner generosity. I forget what it's called. And
Orin.
Primordial.
no, what was it?
Orin.
Arian?
Orin.
Orin.
Arin.
Not Arian.
Sorry. Sorry.
Orin!
Sorry, Jesus. And just
Mhm.
pray that whatever happens, he finds his way.
Oh, God damn it. I'm keeping that roll to myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't sound like an aggressive prayer. It's more of a sympathy, like, just understanding.
Withers will take stock of this and give Jet a little bit of a recognizable nod, and he'll say, I wish perhaps if you and I had lived at mortal times, we could have been spellcasters together. When I am inevitably laid down and my soul rent apart, will you leave my bones to bleach in the sun? I know you will do it, but his eyes won't move, but the three of you, the three others, can get the sense that he's referring to you.
Oh, I see no reason why I shouldn't grant a dead man's wish. Last bit of freedom, yes.
What do you mean your soul rent apart?
He left children to die.
Cole just looks at Solidago with this frustrated, angry expression. You say that as if he had anything he could have done about it actively.
Withers will
I
say, I'm
not. Am I not allowed anger? How can you look at that and feel pity?
Do you think he chose to kill all the Omuans and the Omuan children?
He made this dungeon.
He didn't have a choice, Sol.
He just said he had a choice. He could have said no.
Yeah, he looks over at Withers. Withers, what happens when a slave says no, or if you say no to, say, a leech?
he'll make a broad, sweeping gesture towards the door. I presume the skeletons are still there. That's negating the point of which we have arrived at. To answer yours, Miss Duvaneth, I am unable to know the future of my soul. I didn't care to educate myself in the afterlife.
So how do we beat him?
Silver and fire, and I need everyone to roll me initiative as Withers cracks the spine of his spell book, and holding the wand with the same hand as the longsword, he gets into position. And once everyone has rolled, we are going to take a 10-minute break.
Julia.
Why is this?
That is a 15.2 for me, so Koshak and I are tied.
Okay.
Holds 15.1.
Yeah.
I'm also 15.12.
Oh,
It's just I
oh.
have to roll
Oh, I
dex
thought you
with
said
advantage.
15.2.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I think everybody rolled.
Yep, everyone's in
Yep,
there.
except Withers, who I left for last. Fingies crossed. And he gets
Damn.
nice. Cleric is at bottom. So where we leave ourselves for this break is a rather optimal initiative order.
Hmm.
I will see you all in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Alright, we'll be right back.
everyone. I am still your friend, DM host, and I am now a fully grown dog. I have begun to show signs of cancer.
Wow.
Let's bring us to the top of the initiative.
Marley and
count.
me?
My God.
Yo, this is the darkest Airbud sequel ever.
It's gonna be a dog's tail or wherever the fuck.
But 6 feet up.
It's literally Marley and me.
Yeah.
Starting
I
at
know
the
what's
top
wrong
of
with me.
initiative, Koshak. Eyes are on you. You are a
Abby.
druid, and a moon druid, surrounded by moon soil.
And someone who probably knows dispel magic, but we can handle that later. Actually, we can test that. Wait, he's undead, right?
Someday.
I don't know.
I don't have to answer that, right?
Does,
For the
well,
DM,
I
do you
feel
have
like
to
the
answer it or
context
not?
clues are present enough for you to. No, he's not.
I think he's an adult white dragon.
I
He said white.
He's
fucking knew it.
polymorph.
He said white.
He is white, so to
That's
speak.
what I'm saying.
Or Farquaad means white.
Fish said white, so adult white dragon. Got it.
Oh, I did
Cobalt.
it twice. I forgot. Okay.
I got a scale for you.
So
I have a white dragon.
DC save and throw.
Oh, to see. Oh, Jesus. Infection. Koji!
All right. You're. All right. That's what you're spelling, casting, doing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right. As you sort of swell up the magic and cast it out at him, the swarm sticks, but it just kind of manifests around his body. And Withers will say, "No blood to fester in, Koshak."
Damn.
I've had enough. I was just checking on something.
He doesn't seem pleased by that. Is that your turn?
He is also going to subsequently cast Shillelagh on his Moa.
All right.
And ask
Casting
very politely,
Shillelagh,
Are you ready to do violence?
you hear Moa's gentle voice say, "Am I an Amuan god, or am I an Amuan god?" And you can hear Cubes giving some chorus of, blood for the blood gods. Cubazon is saying, "Go for the humorous." They're all ready for violence, but Moa most of all. Woo! Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of his turn. I'll actually pull up Shillelagh already, so you can go ahead. Next turn.
All right.
Is it my turn?
It is not. As after Kodak moves, Withers going to bring up the wand and sword in his hand and kind of snap his hand out towards a Koshak. And a small mote of fire is going to expand out. And it is going to go whizzing past your ear, Koshak. He misses. But, so Vidago, the floor is now yours.
Yes, he will cross that floor. He is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there.
Right.
Hi, hello.
The floor is rough terrain.
So there then. That'll be okay, hold it. Go back to here. 5, 15. I'll hold it. 5, 15, 25. Okay, wait. 35. Okay, that's as far as he can go.
Okay, just give me a second for my screen to catch up.
And he will bonus action rage.
Alright.
His ability. And then he's going to use his dash action to move forwards with the rest. And that will be his turn.
Alright. At the end of your turn, Withers is... Withers is not going to do anything. He's going to observe you absently with his cloudy eyes. Everybody's doing. Ethernet cable is not as great as I hoped.
It's better though, in my
It is better.
Yeah, I was gonna say you haven't.
It is.
I don't
It
have
is
any wood
more
to knock
stable.
on. Somebody knock on wood.
Yeah.
Peck.
All right.
Thank you.
Koshak.
Ow.
Duvanith. God damn it. Duvanith, we are looking at you.
Okay. I decide how stupid and or reckless I want to be.
Do it. Do it.
She's going to go ahead and touch the skull chalice of Chigakari and take Roka's dagger and sort of flip it and say, all right, don't fail me now. And she's going to go ahead and run 30 feet along the edge, come down low, and swipe with her dagger, hoping that the green flame will appear again.
All right.
Let me roll to hit here.
Yo! And you got fucking sneak attack too on that.
That's
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
What is
awesome.
it? Did it crit?
Yeah.
Yes,
Crit.
yes. Swing low. Does the flame appear?
It does.
Yes.
Okay. So I will go ahead and roll some damage. This is the second time I've crit on my opening shot on a boss. So
Nice.
I hope it
All right,
continues.
all right.
I hope it continues.
I hope that it takes all this damage.
That's
Nice.
that's max damage, isn't it? 12?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
Holy fuck.
That's
so
max damage.
that's 44 points of damage plus whatever the flame does.
Do you want me to report to you what the flame is doing right now?
Yes.
48 damage.
For D8, right? Not for T8? Okay. 4D8. Got it.
Damn.
Do I get to roll it or are you rolling it?
Do you want to roll it? I have dice in here, but you can roll it if you want.
No. I just tell me the value. I want to add it all up.
You want to do your taxes?
Yes. I want to do the taxes.
Oh,
You, Max?
4 ones or max?
Take a picture. I want to see.
Oh, you got 1, dog.
It's either ones or it's all eights. It's all
It's
eights.
7, 7, and 8.
Holy shit.
The other
bruh.
dice fell on the
Tables only.
and a 3.
Okay, so 7,
We'll take it.
7, 14, 8.
32,
29 plus 3, 32.
Oh.
Let Jason do this. This isn't your role.
64, 64, 76 points of damage.
Nice job.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got my calculator.
Mhm. It's a better number though.
32. It is 69.
69.
Yeah, 32 plus 7 plus 7 plus 8 plus 3 plus 12.
Okay, I'll take your word for it since you did it on my calculator. So
It
nice,
is 69.
nice.
One episode.
69.
um,
One episode short.
how is Withers looking?
Do you want to describe the attack?
No, I'll let you do it. Well, the only thing is he's lower down, so I did stylize it as Giovanna kind of coming up to a sliding, sort of a slide and slashing with the knife, and then if he doesn't immediately disintegrate after that, she has more that she would like to do with her bonus and remaining.
Giovanna comes up in what some might describe as a red blur, hitting the pavement and sliding effortlessly around, bringing the golden opalescent dagger of Roka, hooking it and pinning it into the soft tissue and of Wither's trachea, sort of using that momentum to just kind of bring the blade in further. You hear a distinct popping sound as the components of his body rupture with the fire. He's not on the ground, but he's not looking good.
Okay, so she's gonna carry that momentum, and will use her bonus action to disengage and just sort of turn over, and will use her remaining 5 feet of movement to step 5 feet away, still in a fighting pose, and will scream at Jet and say, "Finish this!" And that will end my turn, I guess. I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Oh, you already used your bonus?
Yeah, I disengaged.
Oh, okay.
At the end of your turn, Duvaneth, Withers is going to try and cast a cantrip. He is going to target Jet, and Jet, you have been hit with a firebolt.
Okay.
And I will roll that damage for you 1 second.
Soul is going to use his new feat. Hold it, let's do a littler. There we go. Mage Slayer. When a creature within 5 feet of me casts a spell, I can use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against that creature. And then other things, yada yada, but the attacking thing is what I'm getting at. A 20.
Yeah, go for it.
Does the spell go off
20
though?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Yeah, it's when
definitely
they-
still goes off.
And then Divine
20 hit?
Fury. Yep. 12 points of damage.
All right. While you're raging, the first creature you hit on each of you I'll let it slide. I don't care enough.
I think the distinction is your turn versus a turn.
Oh, that. E. I took it as just I hadn't used it that round at all, so. But Yeah, they're all good. Gee, I can not do that next time though, if you would prefer.
Sorry,
Gucci fam.
am I still here?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right. Which brings us to Wither's turn. He is going to pull back from Suladogo, and in a manner that is very unrefined for someone of his, to this point, poise, he kind of scrambles up the ledge like a child, struggling to hook his leg up over and pull himself up. But eventually he does. He kind of picks himself up, he dusts himself off, and he is going to do wizard stuff. Spell's gonna be cast at some point. Yeah. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh, are you just waiting for Foundry?
Mm-hmm.
It's fine, you got this.
How's everybody's day?
Hey, have you guys heard of magic? Have you guys heard of casting spells?
Did you do the firebolt damage
Yeah.
or attack? That proc the
Oh,
thing? Yeah.
my bad.
You're good. I just want to make sure it was done right, because that's the only way Soul got procced.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, day's going pretty well. Landed an opening crit on another boss. Feels
Yeah,
good.
that
Man.
was really nice.
Feels pretty good. Feels nice.
This all feels very like Legend of Zelda mini boss to me, and makes me very happy. Like Twilight Princess.
This feels like the boss battle that has like the sad violins in the background, and we're gonna beat Withers, but we're not gonna be happy about it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
You take 22 fire damage, Jet.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Wow. Right.
Well, I'm real happy I hit with that big damage.
Yeah. Because
like, thank you.
Doing this real quick.
Jet's not looking too hot at all.
Oh shit.
Okay, and I am so sorry for Foundry. I forgot that big magic casters make it not work with me.
Makes me worry about a Sarek fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna have to end the session before the Aceric fight just because it's gonna take.
Yeah. Like we roll it all out ahead of time and then
Yeah, then just make it happen.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a script for that one.
I'm thinking of a number between 0 and 10.
5.
Okay. He targets Koashak. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Shit, oh fuck.
Signed up for
I hope that Fish's thought was that whoever asks first answers first will get it.
it. 13.
Uh-oh.
Yes, fish?
I'm
is it?
processing. Give me a moment. Leave me alone.
I can't believe that Koshak's going to almost die again.
Again.
Okay. Koshak. As familiar
Me.
as Duvanath is to fire, you have become familiar with this feeling. It's the feeling of decay, feeling yourself separate from mortality. A wave of absence sweeps over you as you take an appropriate amount of damage.
Oh no, that's not good. Koshak.
Yeah, half of this game is looking at me pick out dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, viewers at home. How's everybody's day going? Then I got them all.
I'm having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
My hair is fluffy as fuck. I'm feeling delighted.
Hell yeah.
Koshak, you take a 42
Holy shit.
You take 42 damage. And, much like Valindra, you get the feeling he upcharged for you. Just for you.
Aww, he loves me.
I like to think of Omuans like Mandalorians, you know? Screw the Omuans, the Ruingo Mu culture, etc., etc. Okay.
I mean, if we're being real, the Yuan-Tis make Omuan culture.
Mm-hmm. Fuck Omuans. Me and my homies hate Omuans. Me and Omuan.
Having administered that devastating blow, he backs up into a. He moves. He's moving. He's an old man, so he's moving slowly.
He's what, like 100 years old? 400 years old? Somewhere in there.
I'm also going to restart Foundry. And Jet, we are looking at you.
Okay. What was the spell he
Withers
casted?
does not look great. What do you mean?
I thought you said he was casting a spell, but the thing didn't pop up.
He casted Blight.
Ah, fuck. Okay.
Koshak.
I figured as much.
Damn. Okay. Never mind then. I missed it. Um. It's going to move over a bit more to be line of sight. 25, and he's going to hold out his hand and cast out a Sacred Flame on him.
Oh man. Oh. Okay. Ooh. All right. Oh. Okay. He failed.
Did he fail?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you the reply.
No, sorry, I'm holding in my excitement.
Okay. Well, go. 14.
Okay. You snap your fingers, coalescing radiance in the form of a house fire, and he tries to sweep his feet out of the way, but finds himself just backed up against the wall. And you see it torch up his robes, exposing the gangly bones of his legs. Again, he's not looking too hot.
Good. That's turn.
At the end of your turn, he's going to cast a cantrip. And he's going to... Miss Duvaneth. We come now to the top of the turn review. Koshak. You were administered with 3 of what could be described as maybe not the most violent gods, but the gods hell-bent on undoing and unbecoming things.
Oh boy. I'm taking a look. Oh. Is it? No, it's not. I'm just gonna take a little walk. So he's about where Jet is. And what is... My turn to ask, what's the range on this bad boy? Perfect! Just hit him with a... Hello!
That's a little extreme.
I just got 42 damage done to me. What do you mean it's a little
Duvaneth is
extreme?
like, Jet, finish him. Jet's like, Sacred Flame. and Koshak's like, Hellfire. No, Koshak is like, you wanted to see the sun.
Beach ball of death.
Bleach
Why
your
this-
bones.
Well, your bones bleach, motherfucker, here.
And you're upcast. Yeah, are you upcasting it?
Yeah, I upcast it.
God damn. You love that upcast. I'm
Watch, this
so
dude
pleased.
only has
that.
like fucking 3 points, and Gold's like, fuck you.
Right. Okay. Sorry.
You're fine.
And it's a 5 foot. All right, and okay, you're dropping it right there. Okay, any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere. Okay, sorry. I'm going to assume that you're ramming him with it.
Yes.
Okay. I hate some of the way these spells are phrased. Okay, he makes a dexterity saving throw. What's the DC?
I hate when it does... It says DC 14, but it's DC 15.
Okay. Alright, roll the damage. He managed to kind of skirt out from the full breadth of the sphere, but it still catches on his hollow chest and the... Is that for real?
Ugh. I'm
He
wanting
takes
to
more
like
damage.
Suboptimal.
Like it's like Cole threw a tennis ball at him.
Every
Like-
bit counts.
And he's gonna end his turn within 5 feet of it, so it's
I mean, if he doesn't
Like-
like move with his feet.
yeah, if he doesn't move.
All right.
I imagine Soul isn't going to let him do that.
Well, I mean, Soul, he doesn't have like he can still technically run. There's nothing Soul can do to stop him from doing that.
No, I'm saying Soul's about to kill him.
Yeah, Soul's about to go next.
Yeah,
At the
yeah, he
end
is.
of your turn, Withers is going to fire off a mote at. He's going to fire it at Kojak. What's
You
your
better
AC?
Stop. Not enough.
Well, give me a number,
16.
bros. It is enough.
Oh.
This is.
Old man Withers.
Which brings us to the top of Soul's turn.
Hello. So, is there any extra movement to get up out of this
Yeah.
area?
It's just about like rough terrain, so
Okay.
just an extra 5 feet.
Okay, so Soul will go 10, 20, 25, 30, 35 to there. And he's going to hit this guy several times.
Okay.
So, Emma has. And he is going to Reckless. That's a 16.
As
A-
you bring up the first blow, he's going to throw his arms up, and a force. He casted shield.
Okay. So he sees that. His strikes bounce off it, and he growls annoyingly. And he will look to Duvanif. And say, "You want to hit him?"
You got him in a corner.
Yeah, aim right there. And he will use Commander Strike.
How many attacks do
Oh.
you have?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think that
just
works.
realized. Heck. Well, now they're technically hit anyways. But yeah, oops. That sucks. So he won't do that then. Instead, he will take Wongo and hit as a bonus action. Okay. I love cats. Oh, 24.
That'll hit.
That's
You get to-
right.
you get
That'll
divi-
hit.
You get Divine Fury on that too.
I do. So normal damage. Ugh, fucking shit roll though. Oh, my rage is added to that though, which is another 2 points. Hold it. Yeah, another 2. So 3 plus Divine Fury. For 3 plus 7 is 10 points of damage.
Nice. Clutching Wongo and Obalaka in your hands, they are talking in unison, complementing each other quite well. They're giving you conflicting advice, but
He's used to
they're
that.
not arguing. Is that your turn?
That's action, bonus action, and movement. So yeah, that'll be all.
All right. He will do nothing. Javaneth, it is you. You are.
Duvanith, having heard Soul's instructions, will go ahead and drop Roka's dagger, sort of roll her fingers around her quiver, find a Chulten fletched arrow, swing it around to her bow, draw, we'll use bonus action aim, and we'll go ahead and loose an arrow at Withers.
Oh, come on.
19.
It hits.
That might
Okie dokie. So
Just.
Shield?
just, which is crazy because I rolled 3 dice and I get a plus 10.
Yeah, Withers had abysmal AC to account for everything else.
Okay, so 7 plus normal sneak attack damage, so that is 26 points of damage, non-magical.
Okay. The arrow strikes true, piercing him through the eye socket.
Okay,
He is still standing.
would somebody kill this dude? And that will end my turn.
Jet! I was just going to say throw your dagger.
Jet.
That brings us to Wither's turn. He is going to give a very stiff bow to Solidago, and he almost raises his hand to cast a spell, but thinks better of it, and instead he's going to reach out and grasp Solidago.
What? Oh, right. Or more like, oh, white.
Okay.
You'll be too happy.
You take 6 necrotic damage, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, god damn. Yeah. 16.
Okay. Yep, you succeed. And with one hand braced against you, he's going to bring the longsword around in he has a very cruel and efficient way of swinging, and he's going to try and bash it against you. That one misses. What's your AC? 16, right?
15.
Okay. So the second one hits, and you take 12 slashing damage.
Subtract to 6. Her age. Soul takes it.
Alright. And at the end of his turn, he will say, I did do my best to stop it. And Jet, we are looking at you. You were hanging on tight with 7 health.
Yep.
But Withers is barely hanging on too.
He ended his turn.
He
sure
did.
did.
Oh shit.
While you're doing that, I'll be right back.
He passes Muti.
Come on.
Roll me 3d6.
Come on, all you need to roll is a 14. That's possible.
How much health do you think he has?
Oh, wait, I was thinking of Jet and his 7 hit points.
But he's a teen.
He manages to duck out of the way, and the sphere just catches him, erupting and burning whatever flesh might have remained on his bones.
Do I also have to roll?
Oh yeah, you do, because you're within 5 feet.
Yeah, it's a dex save, right?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, cool. So he'll take half damage. Do I just take the 10 or does community roll again?
Yeah, just take the 10.
I just
Wait,
or
but
the 5 rather.
Soul, isn't it halved?
And
Oh,
again, because you're a golden dragonborn.
It's only half the once, but because he's just a regular old.
Yeah,
but
you're not air toad.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
if you're
but
gonna
that's-
pull in the fire resistant thing, then I get to pull in the fire resistant thing for Jeremita, who could get it like 3 times. Setting a
So now
dark
remember-
precedent.
Yeah, so that's actually a good point. So I saved, so that's 5, and then so 2 points of damage actually.
The reduction provided by rage is distinct from resistance. Look
Yeah,
at
true.
but
what
soul
I
isn't that kind of
forgot is that-
barbarian.
Yeah, exactly. But what I had forgotten was
Fire resistance.
oh no, that he had saved.
Oh, yeah, half on half.
Yeah, quartered.
So what? That's like 2.
2 points of damage.
All right. And we are out of combat. Withers, clinging to a single hit point, is going to fully press himself against the wall, dropping the wand, the long sword, and the spell book. And he kind of remains pinned there, his hands held up against his chest in maybe a pleading gesture or just trying to stabilize himself.
Soul, who looked like he was about to try to hit it again, like is sort of like frozen there.
From across. Actually, Kojak is going to
Can you turn off the
walk
heat?
over.
Can you turn
He
off the
does
heat,
turn off the
Koshak?
heat.
Thanks.
But he steps a little closer, and all he asks Withers is, do you want to be free?
Uh, Withers will turn his face towards Koshak. Are you okay? Yeah, you're just past Solidago. And while one socket has been pierced, the other has a clear brown eye in it, and you can see the leavening, the rising and sinking of his chest. He is breathing, and he'll say, uh, "Yes."
Would you prefer somebody in particular to do it, or?
He'll say, "Hate the royal family. I would be honored if you would do it."
Kojak just like smirks and like chuckles to
I'll move
himself,
out of the way.
and he steps forward.
Is there anything Juvanith or Jet would like to do?
No, actually. Basically collapse the spellfire into his holy symbol, travel size, and basically just make just again in primordial make a small prayer for what asking.
Yvonne has her bow in her left hand, and her right hand is just floating above her gun in case there's any funny business.
Solidago.
Soul is silent for a long moment, and then he will say, "We all do our best."
Seems pleased by this. And Withers will say, opening himself up, taking a knee in front of Koashok, and say, I am sure somewhere there are children playing with toys. And he will wait.
And I hope wherever your soul goes, you get to see that moment with your own for one final time. And he is going to he's going to hold out his hand to Duvanith for a dagger of any kind.
She will go ahead and look down, go to instinctively grab for Roka's dagger, but she had dropped it earlier in the fight and hasn't picked it up, so she will flip her larger sort of buck style knife and will extend it to Koashok.
He cuts the base of the neck. Just as a solid.
It's simple, brutal, and efficient. His body slumps to the ground and it makes a kind of a cackling sound, like bones playing off of each other, maybe like spoons.
As that happens, Duvanith will just say, I swear to God, I already did that.
Kojak is silent for a moment, but he'll lean down, very carefully take out the arrow that's lodged in Mr. Wither's eye socket and disconnect his skull. And then hand both the arrow and the dagger back to Duvanith. Oh, if possible.
Yeah, is the arrow still any good?
The arrow still is good.
Yay.
And removing the skull is like tearing apart tissue paper. Duvanith was right. She had already done most of the work. It was like shucking a clam.
Yeah. Ah, damn. If I had used my reaction when he cast shield and I hit.
Koshak is just going to... Is there any eyelids for him to close? Or...
No. Just one eye that's been shot out and another clear brown eye.
Koshak will... I don't know if he has any spare cloth on him, or he's gonna take whatever robes are left from Withers. After just staring at the skull for a long moment, he's going to wrap the skull up and put it in his bag.
Is it really a
Nice,
skull?
you do
There's
so.
still...
You now have a 5-pound skull.
Is it really
It's
a
a good
skull?
thing
There's
he
still
didn't...
flesh on it?
Duvanith is recovering Roka's dagger, and then will swing her pack around and will recover her mess kit, and then loudly dump it out on the ground behind the throne from inside of its pouch, and then will sort of jump down into the sort of sandy pit and just sort of scoop some of that dirt into the pouch.
Okay.
I don't know. I couldn't carry his entire skeleton, but I hope this will do.
If we can... We don't have time to deflesh it, but...
That's
I
why I wrapped it up.
can... I have the space in my bag.
I did too. He pats his pack. I already have it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, heck, fish left. So...
That went much better than I was
Thanks, Duvane.
I
Thanks,
cannot. I
Ivana.
cannot believe.
Yeah, you got that one.
Oh man.
Rogues, am I right?
Question for you, Fish. Can I actually see this opening, or is that a mistake? You're muted.
Muted.
We still can't hear you.
Still can't hear.
Yes, I know. I was playing a joke.
Yeah, I
Jesus.
saw.
God damn it.
Dang it, he
Thank you.
goofed us.
Actually, yes, everyone can see that opening. Withers had called it out at the beginning of the fight.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought it was the other alcove.
Yeah, I
Nope.
saw Fish's cursor go down when the thing opened on the north. Fish,
Okay.
is it possible? I don't think I heard it. Maybe I was away. Jet would actually like to go and grab the wand and the book and see if there's anything else on him that is magical. That
Sure.
items.
You're giving him
Yeah,
a little bit of a pat down.
yeah. Respectfully.
Respectfully. All right, petting him down, you find
Rifling through his pockets.
Looting. Respectfully.
Jet just took ritual caster, so he needs spells.
second. Just gotta. How's everybody's day doing? Huh?
Good. Hoping
good.
identify.
That's alright.
Hoping
went-
identifies in one of the 3 books that Jet has right now.
Oh, I fucking hope so.
But don't you get 3 when you take the feat?
No, you don't you? I thought it was 1 and 2 cantrips. No, that's initiate.
No, that's it. Magic initiative.
Well,
Ritual
Yeah,
caster,
hold
you get maybe 2. I can't remember.
Hold
Yeah,
on. I have it.
I'm on
I
5
have it.
eagles right now.
I have it in my thing.
2 first level spells of your choice.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right. What you find is a fist-sized gray stone that is definitely humming with magic.
okay.
You find his bronze mask tucked off to the side, and about 3 journals that had been protected against the onslaught of the fire.
Okay.
His wand is modeled after what appears to be a lightning strike in a very natural way. If you had to guess, he came across a stick that resembled a lightning bolt and took that as his focus.
Fucking Harry Potter fan. Anyways.
His spellbook and journals are written in an unfamiliar language.
So spellbook and journals are in unfamiliar language.
Yes, 1 spellbook, 3 journals.
Good thing I have comprehend languages.
Hey.
Okay.
Is the sword magic or no?
Oh yeah, there's a sword.
No.
Okay. Good.
It's just a plain long sword. It might have been like an officer's.
What type of bronze mask is it? Does it like depict anything like the axe beak thing one, or is it just like?
It depicts a man's grieving face.
Okay.
It seems to resemble a death mask of sorts.
Bronze death mask. Got it.
You want to check out that room?
Yeah, let's do that.
Soul will patiently wait for other people to check for traps.
Duvanif will step up, take a breath, and look for traps.
I'm jumping ahead only to get for this stream. That's all. Just in case Fish is like, well, you just died.
Yeah, Jet is the cameraman after all.
The walls of this room are adorned with tile mosaics of a jungle city intermingled with frescoes of flowering plants, birds, insects, and humans, wearing gold skirts and carrying spears. And at the focal point of this mosaic is a geometrically designed woman bearing regal refinements draped in gold, clutching several items that you've all become familiar with. Clasped between her hands is a blue jug. She has on a heavy coronet, a gold sheath dress, and standing by her side, with no defining features, is a warrior of some sorts bearing the skull chalice on a hip. And the entire mosaic is featured on that. And the room is centered around a sarcophagus made out of obsidian, cut from a giant block. There's no adhesion marks. There's a 2-foot diameter orb hanging from a chain above the sarcophagus, made out of hammered gold, resembling a sun with 3 rays striking out from it. Looking up, you can see that the ceiling has been painted with a blue sky, and that there's a jeweled beetle resting singularly atop the sarcophagus.
Well, I don't see any traps. Demonith will walk in.
You walk in. It smells nice. A light, kind of spicy perfume, but it's nice.
Smells good. Smells good.
So we'll follow her in. No, that is quite nice, actually.
I mean, better than the rest of this place for the most part.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Once
Ye-
This is a resting spot.
I mean, we can definitely
Well, I
take a
mean,
short rest.
technically speaking, since we killed Withers, we get short rests now.
Yeah, true. We can take
Yeah,
a short rest in here.
And Fish did say on the fight for a long one, you have to just have it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if we'll be able to get long rests. But
Oh no, but I'm just saying.
Oh, true.
oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're
Potential.
Let me review the tomb rules.
there's a chance to be able to because we had our fight, but
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to if this is safe, we don't.
Mm-hmm.
Misa back, I had to let those sibling in after prom.
Tell her.
Oh, did they have fun?
Yes.
Tell them I'm upset because the two people they were supposed to tell to subscribe to us didn't.
Oh my god.
Wow. You'll have to show us pictures at some point in time if
All
the
right.
fish
If you're
bling allows.
in a brilliant simple tomb.
Ivanov will walk around and look at the mosaics for a bit.
The artistry on them is exquisite. The handling of symmetry and parallels to evoke imagery of growth and change in an environment that never changes or has seasons. Top notch. They favor warm colors, red, yellow. Gold is frequently poured into empty crevices to give the illusion of sunlight or radiance of things. It appears that the population largely focused on more monstrous races, minotaurs, yuan-ti. There's a smattering of drow present, along with dwarves and other things. But even the people, the humans, are drawn with snake hair or other features like that.
I definitely get the sense that this room was intended to be hidden.
Possibly. It is behind a statue.
It does also smell very nice and is very clean and well kept compared to the rest of the dungeon.
Mhm.
So you said that there was a beetle on top of the sarcophagus. Does it look like it belongs?
I think that's hard for you to say.
Okay. I guess what I'm saying is it placed there or is it like inset? Like part of the
Oh, it is placed on top.
okay. What do you all make of this? Guess she
Uh,
this far down probably doesn't get that many visitors.
I mean, Jigakure is looking for her. I imagine this might be left by him.
Probably.
I think it would be a nice place to take a break
Agreed.
either after or before we continue, because I am not feeling so good.
I'm definitely. It's like lean.
I
Koshak is
would.
like getting white. Koshak is getting like white streaks of hair at the roots.
Oh, honey. Uh, I'm content to try to take a rest here.
Yeah, so sounds good. I can watch the door. I'm feeling okay.
So we'll sit down.
It will slide down.
Koshak?
He will do the careful version. He'll like fall to his knees and then just like lay on his side.
And Duvanith.
Ivanov will sit across the opening behind the statue. So still attempting to get some form of rest, but like someone would have to step over her to get into the chamber.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Huh?
The party gains
Oh,
the
man.
benefits of a short rest. For the first time
Yay.
since they stepped foot, they are able to catch a quick, light breath, resting their feet and steeling themselves for whatever is up next.
All 7, and I just got over half.
7 hit dice?
Huh?
Oh goodness, Foundry is chugging.
There we go. That is all my hit dice.
Fish, you don't have to give me the whole list. Just I want to make sure the 2 spells that I want to grab for Ritual Caster aren't on the books for Zigmira and Half Goat. Find Familiar and Identify.
Why can't I roll?
Oh, Zagmira does have Identify.
Awesome.
But nobody has Find Familiar.
Okay, perfect. So then that's something he'll copy. Check my wizard spells and see what ritual the Jet's gonna take.
Oh, I'm going
With
to murder kill.
with the group resting and everybody sort of letting the events sweep over their mind, Papazotl initiates a discussion with Duvanith.
Sitting across the entrance, she will go ahead and sort of, hey, what's going on?
Are you feeling well?
Pretty good. Almost as good as new.
That's very pleased to hear. We're all very well aware of what you're going to be called upon to do. I don't need to point out that you are wearing my item around the neck. Have you accepted your place in the court?
Moneth will sort of, yeah, when you put it that way, I suppose, yeah, I do. It's just a different role than I've been used to in the past. It's nice, though.
It must be difficult to be placed in a role of protection and obscurity compared to attendee and obscurity.
No, it's honestly much of the same. It's just doing what you're good at and not being seen.
Are you prepared for me to ask my question for you, Divaneth? Champion Divaneth?
I would say that probably depends on what it is.
Do you know what separates you from other champions, other people that have found themselves in your place in court?
I'm gonna guess it's my arm size after seeing Chigagari.
No, actually. Thirivil, a half-elf, had anemia and childhood malnutrition. He fit his arm through a loom.
Sort of, someone with anemia is sort of an odd choice for a champion. I'm not okay.
I don't pick the champions, Duvaneth, clearly.
Excuse me.
He was also before my time.
Oh, interesting.
There's a remarkable improvement in champions after I came into being. I will let you finish. My apologies.
Oh no, that's just. Uh, no, I don't know what separates me, and I think that might actually be the answer. Is that very little, if nothing, does.
I'll ask again later. And you'll feel him retreat. where are you guys going to go next? We will end our session when you tell me what that is. You have several venues to explore. A trap just right outside the doors. A T corridor that you have to explore, and
So much
a
more.
strange head thing.
I feel like since we've already kind of poked our nose in it, the chest is next and whatever's in the room behind it. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm leaning
Yeah.
towards.
Them's the vibes.
We're gonna do it. Also, I'm gonna
That
roll the
sounds
rest of
well.
my first.
Thank you all for being here today. Next session, hopefully, we will be finishing up the fourth floor
Ooh, damn, good.
and proceeding on with the tomb. Thank you all for being here. They killed Withers, and now they can
Big
get short rests.
winners.
Short rests, man. Get
Mhm.
that action surge.
Mhm.
You're muted, Mark. I can
Thank
tell
you.
you're doing the outro though.
Thank you for the follow and the not returning subscribers. Appreciate you all and see you next week. Bye, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.